Okay, so we figure out this week that the gang of thieves were called the Reservoir Dogs. Did anyone else notice the colors? Mr. Green, Mr. Blue, Mr. Yellow. I'll stop!
A handful of UA work study students gather at Sir Nightheye's agency. They're using Aerie as part of their evil plot. Next time, an unpleasant talk.
What is going on, guys? My name is DJ Miles, and I'm here to review the latest episode of My Hero Academia. This is episode 69, An Unpleasant Talk. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel for more anime content down the road. So now let's go ahead and talk about this episode because it's a slower pace episode, but a lot of important vital information. To Deku's surprise, it's a coincidence when he sees Kirishima and the Big Three and all these pro heroes meeting in one locale, because we quickly find out that Sir Nighteye has brought everyone onto the fray to discuss this big problem that he is overseeing, not with this quirk ability, but what he's already predicting what could be a huge problem. Overhaul has been distributing these mass-produced little weapons that we saw from last week's episode to all these evil organizations. One of them was the League of Villains. We find out through these conversations that there has been a bit of a falling out. Now we know that everything is okay with that. We find out more about these bullets, that they are infused with blood cells. And who is the blood cells that we find out? It is from Aerie. So it's truly unfortunate to see Deku and Mirio really get pissed off here, because now you can see that this problem could have already been saved if they just have saved the girl right there. But we know how brash Deku can be sometimes. Mirio did the right thing. It's hard to now say what you would have done in this situation. I think I would have done what Mirio would have done. In this episode, we also get Sir Nighteye's sidekick, who is Mr. Centipede. I'm totally probably going to butcher that name. And then we also see some other cool heroes in this episode as well. One of them, I forgot his name, but he looks like Rock Lee / Mike Guy. I don't care what anyone says about Mike Guy and Rock Lee. They were cool. They had awesome outfits, and they were enthusiastically positive all the time, which I can truly appreciate, because this guy, we get it. You're an adult. I know that the kids are a little troublesome. They interrupt in the meetings, you know, blah, blah, blah. We get it. You're cool. Shut up, man. Nobody likes you. Okay? Anyway, we end up finding out that Aerie's quirk ability can destroy quirks for a set amount of time. From one of the Big Three, when his quirk was immobilized, it was pretty much gone for an entire day. We also learned that Overhaul's ability is that he can destroy things and put them back together. And again, is what sets off Mirio and Deku, because now we know that Overhaul is using his daughter's quirk abilities to mass produce these dangerous weapons that can just destroy quirks all around. Why is that big trouble? Well, because if this weapon is mass produced and can destroy quirks, is going to pretty much immobilize pro heroes out there, leaving all the villains run the city and do whatever they like with it, which is why they had this meeting today. And we find out from Eraserhead that there's a difference between his ability and what Aerie's quirk ability can do. Eraserhead's quirk abilities can only immobilize them while he's looking at them, but it doesn't attack the gene, and Aerie's just shuts it down altogether, which is truly frightening. And it's really sad to see Aerie just so in shambles and distraught, because you can only see here this relationship of a father and daughter, where you think it's going to be something which should be loving and caring, but she's just frightened and she's just traumatic. And we see in so many situations where the child, when they are experiencing traumatic experiences in these core developmental years from like 3 to 7, 3 to 8, it can really mess with their psyche. I'm curious to see when Mirio and Deku link up with Aerie, if they have that opportunity, if Aerie is going to be reluctant. But we see Aerie at the end of this episode saying that Deku's trust and the way that he held her, it seems like it's coming from a good place. And it's warm and very trusting. It's truly disgusting that her father just using her to mass produce these weapons. Sir Nighteye's quirk ability is explained even further in this episode. He can only use it once a day for 1 hour, and only from the perspective of the quirk user that he's touching. And they do this cool analogy, or this cool reference, where he talked about, it's like, oh, it's like a film. He can't really change what's happening, and he can only see it from the perspective of that user. So when that annoying Rock Lee wannabe says, well, why can't you just use it on me? I know I'm not going to die. Or if someone does die, that's still vital information. We see a quick flashback to the argument he had with All Might. And I think because it's scary to see someone's vision of them dying, right? And you can't do anything about it. I think All Might, because he truly cared about him when they had that falling out, he knows that, okay, I don't want to see any other people die, let alone the people I truly care about. That's why he was sheltered off from it. I still think he should use it maybe on some other pro heroes. Like, I understand why Sir Nighteye doesn't want to use his quirk abilities on the other pro heroes, because he just can't bear the thought of seeing someone he cares about die. But I think if the intel mission is low level or not really of a high threat, he should definitely use it. I think that's still vital information that could help out the entire situation all around. But guys, you let me know what you think about that. Quickly, the episode ends with Eraserhead telling Deku, "You haven't earned my trust. And because we know that you're brash and you don't listen to me, I'm going to keep my eye on you even further. However, you and I are friends, and please, let's just kind of do this together." Again, I like how My Hero Academia always end their episodes with this wholesome superhero music of, okay, we're going to get the job done, but let's just play it smart. Oh, and I also quickly forgot, I do like the conversation Gran Torino had with Sir Nighteye while they were discussing what they thought about Deku, and Sir Nightaye's like, yeah, I can see why All Might chose Deku to be his successor. He is All Might through and through, so I wonder if that's going to bite him in the ass or if it's going to come through for us in this season. But once again, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more anime content. My name is DJ Miles, and as I always say, to be continued, take care.